Dad, there's probably a million ways a man could tell his father he loves him. And of course, he would want to find that one way in which his father um, receives it. So I'm not really sure what that is. But allow me to say this and make this emphatically clear. There are, as you know, I may well know, of course, there are things called paradigm shifts. And we hope, and cognitive dissonance, right? And I think the definition, if I got that right, the definition is when you begin to think about things and know that there were thinking errors or there were some things that you were not quite right about, not yourself, but the individual having the cognitive dissonance, and they sit and they contemplate, and hopefully they come to the reality that they have to change their thinking about some things and adjust, in that other people are very, very, very real human beings, and that there's that they're anchored into the transcendent, and they ought to be treated with respect and dignity, and of course, all of that because they are sacred before God. And that's a different subject for a different time, although that's the ultimate subject, and that's the subject in everything in some way, form, or fashion. But what I wanted to say to you is that I really appreciate the fact that I am your son. I appreciate the DNA, the mental construct, and I think you did the best that you could do. And what bit you did do, large, small, or whatever, and however I turned out, I appreciate. I couldn't, I wouldn't have wanted to be born from anyone else's loins, and so, and for all of the bad and all of the good, or rather the things that are just greedy human, you know, I appreciate the struggle. And sometimes the shortest way home is not always the best way home. Sometimes the longest route is the route that we have to take in order that we don't bypass some of the lessons that we need to learn in life, that we may live more years and impart wisdom to those coming after us. So it's why I wore these glasses and stuff, because you know, if there's one person I really want to be like, it's you, and that's no joke. And you're a cool cat. So I hope to get reacquainted with you, and to see you soon. There are some parts of me that are just utterly sinful, and it gets in the way of everything. And I have to admit that part of that humanity. And no, I don't like it. But for what it's worth, and that's the struggle. I thank you for giving me life. And even if I had never saw you, which, you know, I like seeing you, man. I really appreciate being around you. Even if I had never done that, just knowing that what I have received from you is everything I need to make it. It's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. That's the saying. So I hope you are all right. And I didn't write this script. It came straight from the heart. I love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day.